Hey everybody, thanks for joining us. I'm Anne-Christine Diaz, Creativity Editor, coming to you from Los Angeles, and I'm here with...
I'm Sherwood, Associate Creativity Editor, coming to you from New York.
And I'm Jessica Wall, reporter, coming to you from cloudy Chicago. Hi everybody.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us for our favorite part of the week, the Creativity Top 5 Live, where we count down the best ideas of the week. Make sure to tell us where you're watching from and who you are in the comments, and we would love to give you a shout out. Also, feel free to tell us what you think about the work. So our colleague Alex Jardine isn't here with us today because she's on vacation. And speaking of vacation, we have our number 5 item of the week, which comes from lifestyle and travel brand Away. So not surprisingly, the travel industry was hit hard last year because of the pandemic. But now, as people are coming out of the lockdown and the world is starting to open up, Away decided to officially drop its new suite of travel accessories. The brand, known as a digitally native D2C brand, but to promote this line, it actually came out with a printed catalog. So let's take a look at that before I talk about it. Max, can you pull up some images? Okay, so we're flipping through it. And basically, it's a spoof of the Sky Mall catalog. And all of these things are typical travel accessories, like a neck pillow, a blanket, and compression socks. But the way that Away is promoting them is as products that are useful for you while you're still in lockdown. Like there's an image of a woman wearing the neck pillow while throwing down pottery. And there's a guy who's also gardening and watering his plants while wearing the neck pillow. And here, check this one out. I don't understand it, but this guy feels the need to wear the sleep mask while he's chatting on a landline.
The landline makes that one. It's so funny.
Yeah, I mean, it's totally pulling from the 90s, like old school Sky Mall marketing, but they're having a ton of fun with it. And there are all sorts of Easter eggs in the catalog. There is a hotline that you could dial into and ask what day of the week it is. But you guys should call it yourself, and I won't spoil the surprise on that. And right there, we just saw an ad for the World Wide Web that basically tells you how to get online and reach the catalog site if you haven't ever been on a computer before. And it's totally fun, and it's an interesting way to promote these products. Even though people may be traveling soon, Away is acknowledging the fact that people still may be stuck at home if they're still worried about getting the coronavirus, haven't been vaccinated yet. So I think it was a smart but also fun move. They're actually sending the catalog to a couple hundred of its most loyal customers, but other people can access it online. And I actually have a copy of it right here. And it's super fun. The compression socks come in 3 colors. there's a playlist that you could download with songs perfect for being at home. And it's funny, they even gave a shout out to the photographer who shot the catalog. There's an ad in the catalog for the photographer, which was funny and smart. And that was also led by, that was created out of their in-house agency, led by Tim Rohn, who's an ad vet. He came from Lyft and was also at Wieden and Kennedy before that. So shout out to Way for that one. What do you guys think?
If you're a catalog aficionado, like, I don't know, maybe some of us might be, this is pretty spot on. Like, definitely people who made this remember like Hammacher Schlemmer, which was like really like product focused for like the upscale home in the 90s. It'd be like a 25-foot long landline cord so you can listen from the other room. Or what do they have? They always had the bicycle built for 7.
I don't remember that one.
Which would be like ideal for lockdown. So yeah, this is a cool bit of nostalgia. We've seen a lot of like nostalgia-based campaigns, but this one really sort of like hit the spot for me.
Yeah, maybe Peloton could pick up that idea, Ishan. I actually got a sample of a couple of the products. I got the neck pillow. I think it's a neck pillow. It comes in this packable case. So I'll try it on while we move on to our next one. Jessica, you want to tell us about that one?
Absolutely. So the next one, number 4, comes from Volvo. This is the ultimate safety test. We all know Volvo has done a lot to emphasize safety in its advertising. And there's now a new campaign from Gray that puts this mission to the extreme. Let's take a look at the video.
Hey, I'm Björn, and I'm here at Volvo to find out what's the ultimate safety test. Look at this. Volvo cared about safety long before others. But how do they do it today? Come. Lipstick is not for looks. This is how they identify the airbag contact. These are the side and frontal crash tests. They're brutal. This one is my favorite. The run-off road test. Impressive, right? But is it the ultimate safety test? Me and Ulrika are heading up north to find out. Let's go. Now this is the big one. The 100-foot drop. So, is this the ultimate safety test? Well, it depends. When you...
This is how you announce an electric vehicle fleet, okay?
Yeah.
France.
Yeah. No, I mean, Volvo, they have this huge legacy of promoting safety, but this is the ultimate safety message. They're saying basically they're going to be a carbon neutral company by 2040. You know, we want to keep the world safe by going carbon neutral. So it's this huge commitment. And we've seen other brands do this as well. Apple, for example, last year, I think debuted its ad featuring a baby and showing, and that represented that Apple's commitment to the environment. But this is huge for Volvo, and it's a cool redirect because you were expecting Volvo to do something weird or funny and smart to promote safety, but they went bigger. They went huge with their message. I'm wearing the Way neck pillow now, by the way. Oh my God,
It reminds me of that episode of the Brady Bunch where they get sued by the guy wearing the neck brace.
Yeah. I know. Like, speaking of safety messages, it kind of looks like a neck brace, but it's actually an awesome neck pillow. Like, you can adjust it. It molds to your head or your neck, and I can't move. I'm gonna have to take it off so I don't fall asleep. But it's awesome. It has
What's
this
more
cooling.
That or the turkey head pillow?
I never got the turkey head pillow.
Oh.
And Jessica, you never got it either. I
did
just
not.
need to wear. There's also that awesome blanket too. But I didn't get a sample of that. That would have been a great mate for the pizza blanket from Pizza Hut. But anyway, yeah, no. So back to Volvo. That it's a huge message, and I just love how they approached it. Yet again, another surprising move, and that was from Grey London and Grey Europe. So kudos to Volvo. Jessica, what did you think of that?
I liked it. I think if I didn't know what was going to happen, I really would have been surprised, right? Because you're expecting it to be a crash test. You're expecting that car to drop from the crane, and then when you see the iceberg, it just immediately makes you rethink what the ad is about. I thought it was really well done. So yeah.
It's a spot that definitely plays off like other advertising they've done, because they're always touting like a new, highly technical test or crash test, or something with data that you haven't been able to do before, or like an even more brutal smash, right? And fun to watch cars smash into each other. And I totally thought when they were driving up north that they were going to get hit by a semi or something like that, right? Like you knew something was coming.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was a really, really good pivot.
Yeah, and prior to this, they had, for example, compiled a whole library of safety data that they were inviting other automakers to feed into, because they, a lot of crashes had been done experimenting on male bodies, for example. So they wanted to, they've been compiling data on safety data around women and children, so that they can, going forward, they can build their vehicles to accommodate all kinds of bodies. So, and now this is an even bigger step. So
right, yeah,
bravo.
you feel it might be something else like that, right? And I think it goes to show like how important it is and how useful it is to have such a strong brand promise. Like it's a Volvo ad, and I start talking about safety, and like literally no one watching this questions that or thinks it's weird. They're like, oh yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Well, anyway, before we move on, we have some shout outs. We have Janan from Italy, Erica from Georgia, Samuel from Nigeria, Gina from Ohio, Buse from Turkey, Edith from Texas, Steve from California, and Alessia from Italy. Thanks for joining us, guys. And so next up.
Oh my goodness.
Back.
He wasn't even on the list, and now suddenly he's just broken onto it at number 3. Ryan Reynolds is back, and here's the thing: it's not just Ryan Reynolds who's back. Satan is also back in a really impressive crossover event that is something straight out of comic books. So let's take a look.
Finding love on Match inspired me to look for other ways to be happy. So I took a new job at Big Wireless. These guys torture people on a whole other level. I'm learning so much. Is this customer service?
Because there is none.
He's been a real addition to the team. Prices are up, hold times have doubled, and some fees are so hidden, we can't even find them.
It's not just the painfully long contracts that makes this place feel like home. It's the culture.
Guy could get a job anywhere he wants. DMV, IRS, Congress. We were really lucky to get him here.
We've been having some issues with people switching to Mint Mobile. He was all over it.
Mint Mobile gives people premium wireless for just $15 a month. Instead of dropping our prices, let's raise our prices and use that money for an ad campaign attacking Mint. It's a win-win for us. I mean, we win twice. Am I happy? Yes. This place is hell on earth. Big Wireless people are my kind of people. Literally. I bought all of their souls.
So obviously this is at a Maximum Effort. Do you recognize Satan? Because he was in Maximum Effort's Match ad where he found love with 2020, who, I don't know, maybe she's going to show up in another ad at some point. I don't know, maybe that's over. And here he is in an ad for a completely different brand not owned by the same parent company, which is a rare occurrence.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing makes you rethink advertising now. Like, or maybe it's just him. I don't know if anyone could replicate what he's doing, but he's creating this whole Ryan verse around him of marketing, right? With his characters. And I wonder ultimately how it pays off for the individual clients. Match totally bought into it because they're even mentioned in the spot. Mm-hmm. And I think the CMO had a statement and she was all for it. But yeah, so it's like, you know, we're used to seeing mascots shill for individual brands, right? But now we see Satan crossing over into Mint Mobile, just as Ryan Reynolds has crossed over across various brands with the spots that he's starred in. So I just wonder how much further this could go. Like, will we see Satan and Sugar Panda and maybe Deadpool together in one spot? Who knows?
Well, and does Satan drink aviation gin? I mean, there's so many ways this could expand. But I did really like the little touches in there. The VP of fee hiking, I think one person's title was, and things like that. Like, it wasn't just the Satan joke. They went really deep on the big wireless jokes, which were good. So
yeah, I mean, the spot's addressing all the things you need to do for a spot. But then I wonder how much the idea of Ryan is like seeping through all of this. Like, do people still see the message, or is it, oh, it's another Ryan Reynolds film or, you know, prank or joke? So I just wonder, you know, how this will pay off in the end.
I think that's a good point. I will say, like, this is way better than the old Mint Mobile ads, right? With like the pitch on the couch, you know? So it's certainly a step up. I think, and you said earlier, like, maybe this is something that people could start rethinking how things work in advertising. And if you look at this, like, how is Satan, like, the character, able to cross over? It's because, like, the brands were just like, oh, okay, that's fine, you can do that. Like, you didn't have to do anything else. So anyone could do this. You don't need Ryan Reynolds. You just need brands to be like, sure, you know, use a character and, like, we'll both benefit. Like, I don't think Match paid anything for this ad, right? But they get free PR, so, like, why not?
Yeah. And also we do see it in the superhero world all the time. You know, it's more fun when the heroes cross over into each other's shows. It makes for a bigger story, better story. And it draws you into the other universes of the individual heroes, you know? So yeah, maybe there's this halo effect.
Is this all just the long game? Ryan Reynolds trying to rehab Green Lantern, just little by little?
Yeah. We have to always bring up Green Lantern every time we talk about Ryan Reynolds. Well, anyway, speaking of interesting characters, we have another interesting character that was introduced this week from the Humane Society. And it was a short film starring none other than the Academy Award-winning director and actor Taika Waititi. So let's take a look at that.
Alrighty, so my name's Ralph. I'm a rabbit, as you can see. I'm blind in my right eye, and this ear. Can't hear nothing but ringing now. Yeah, it's annoying, isn't it? Yeah. I'm a tester. My daddy was a tester, my mum, my brothers, my sisters, my kids, all testers. And they all died doing their job. Like I will. But it's okay. Testing is what we were born to do. It makes us rabbits happy. Yeah. Oh, gotta get to work. Now I know it looks bad, but the way I see it, I'm doing my job. Oh, here we go.
Hey, don't touch it!
Oh, shit! Okay, so yeah, I'd just like to say to everyone out there still buying animal-tested cosmetics like eyeliner, shampoo, sunscreen, pretty much everything in your bathroom. Well, without you and countries that allow animal testing, I'd be out of a job. I'd be on the streets. Well, not the streets, more like a field, I guess. You know, like a normal rabbit. But hey, it's all good.
Oh God. That was so deceptively cute and ultimately terrifying. So, you know, Taika Waititi is a great director, but we also know that he's voiced other characters like Korg from Thor and IG-11 from The Mandalorian, but this one was just so heartbreaking. It's a clever way to tell audiences about, you know, animal testing on makeup and other beauty products. And it was powerful. That was directed and written by Spencer Susser, who worked directly with the Humane Society International. What did you guys think of it?
It hits you.
Well,
No.
okay.
I think you're drawn in because it's a cute character and you don't really know at first what's going to happen. And then it just keeps getting darker and darker, but it draws you in. So the message is there without hitting you over the head with the message.
Yeah.
He gets hit in the head with the message, but
Yeah, I mean, it kind of brings you into the story without like shocking you with the direct images that we've probably all seen of animals in testing facilities and what's been done to them. So it's kind of like clever in that way. And that eyeball scene was so horrible, by the way.
Yeah, I think it was smart to make this animated.
Yeah.
One, you know, when you start digging into it, like what we see in this spot is nowhere near as bad as it actually gets. But also, like in my experience, you know, when people are confronted with those images of like animal testing and things like that, the response isn't usually like, oh, let me find out more, and oh my God, this is horrifying. It's I don't want to look at this, or like, don't tell me about it. I'll need to like switch my products. So like this, I think, pulls you in, and then it's much harder to look away. And Humane Society has a petition. They're focusing on a particular subset of countries where cosmetics animal testing is still legal right now. It is still legal in the United States. So yes, check your products for the leaping bunny symbol, which shows that they're not animal tested.
Yeah, leaping bunny, everybody. We have more shout outs. We have Tania from Pakistan, Luis from Mexico, Sally from California, Barry from Illinois, Gisela from Texas, and Kathleen from Illinois. Hey guys, thanks for joining us. Before we move on, or we will move on, but with some snacks, right? Jessica, you always bring snacks.
there's always snacks. I think before we get to snacks, I did want to talk about one campaign that's not in the top 5, but caught our attention this week from Bush's Beans. I don't know if we have a clip of that, but if not, we can definitely show it later. Josh Groban apparently took beans to school for lunch and wrote a song about it.
When I was a little boy, the kids could be so laughing at what was in my lunch pail. They'd yell about the musical fruit. They'd say the more that I ate, the more I'd but I swear that they've never made me do that. Oh, there's no shame. I'd zip my beans up and roll like the wind, just wishing that I'd be wrong. And if I could take me back in time, I'd sing that bearded boy that song. Tears of beans.
So you can listen to you can watch the whole video on our creativity page. It just keeps going from there and gets more and more ridiculous. Josh Groban's dad makes a cameo at one point. He's got these 3 great backup singers. The whole thing is just really epic and fun. And that comes from Carmichael Lynch, which won the Bush's account last year. So yeah, I thought that was kind of fun. But if you do want to keep talking about food in the vegetable realm, since I wasn't here last week, I do have something to show you if you would like.
Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
of
Please.
course.
So this came out, I was not here, but I want to show you the package. This is Peeps Green Giant cauliflower flavored bunnies. These were brought out in time for Easter. What?
Damn it. I wish I had those in my Easter basket.
Yeah. Green Giant cauliflower is everywhere these days, so why not in Peeps marshmallow? Bunnies and vegetables are match made in the greenest of pastures. That's the sign of the wording on the back of the package. There's a whole thing, but here you go, guys. April Fool's. Not actually a real product. Not
That's
something
terrible.
you can buy in stores, but something I can taste because I have a really fun job sometimes.
I would have been really upset if I didn't actually taste the cauliflower.
I saved them.
Viewers are getting scared.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so here's the reality. I believe these were going to come out last year. Look how cute they are.
Well, Peeps actually do have a shelf life of like a year, right? Oh my God, they
Yeah.
are cute.
So they were going to come out last year. Oh, I can eat these until December. This is fabulous. They do have a shelf life. They were going
Maybe
to come
we'll
out
give
last
some
year.
away to viewers if you save.
I can save one. I think I don't know if they're individually packaged. Okay, so they were going to come out last year, I think, and then because of the pandemic, they paused the campaign. But here
They're
he is.
huge. That's
They're really
gigantic.
big.
Really big, yeah.
It looks like a regular Peep. Okay, so you're gonna have to.
But
taste
it's big. Okay. Should I start with the ears?
Yeah.
After Save Ralph, I don't know, just put everything as a
Sorry, Ralph. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Tastes like a Peep. I don't know if it tastes any different.
You have notes? No.
Yeah, no. I don't think, spoiler alert, I
Mouthfeel.
don't think it actually has any cauliflower in it.
Oh.
Now I'm looking at the ingredients and I think they played me. I think they legit did not put any cauliflower in here, but that's okay. These
So
are
that's
just
the
the
April
regular
Fool's
bunnies.
joke.
They totally played me. I ate it for no reason. It's just a regular Peep. I mean, not that you can't eat a regular Peep for no reason. The
That's a green.
packaging-
Cauliflower.
That's the Green Giant's playing you. Green Giant, go away. Go hang out with Satan.
Does not taste like cauliflower. It is a plain old Peep, but a very cute one. And now he's missing an ear. So
Doesn't taste like
sorry,
cauliflower.
sorry, Ralph.
No, he looks
I
like
would, I would rather eat a cauliflower flavored Peep than a regular Peep.
I
be honest.
actually kind of want to know what it tastes like. I
Yeah.
don't know.
So somebody at home try to make that. Send it to us.
Please don't. Please don't. I did get some cauliflower pasta the other day. That was good.
Oh,
From
is that good?
Cauliflower. Yeah.
Is it
it's
all
frozen.
all cauliflower, like all beans? Oh, gotta try
Yeah.
that. Maybe
Yeah.
you can make that for us next week.
on my new cooking show. But yeah, that was fun. They played me though. It's just a regular Peep, but I didn't have any Peeps this Easter, so I guess now I'm all caught up.
Awesome. Thank you for that taste test, Jessica.
And is there more taste testing to be done?
Do you want more taste?
There's
There's always something to try in
Is there
my
more
house.
weird food that we could talk about?
Totally. Yeah.
Okay. Quickly show us the weird food because we have more food to talk about, I think. Twizzlers.
Mystery Twizzlers.
Oh my God.
Guess the mystery flavor. I don't know what it is. You see me, I'm opening this. I have not tried them before. Again, oh, this smells. This really smells strong. It kind of smells like cherry Coke or Dr. Pepper or something.
Oh.
Here they are. They're kind of
another crossover, maybe.
I don't know. They're mystery flavored Twizzlers. These came out.
They kind of look like a turd.
Yeah. Or like they added blood.
Okay, I have to put. I have to eat this now.
Like the Satan shoes. Satan
They are
Twizzlers.
kind of the color of these are like the laces for the Satan shoes. Nike settled that lawsuit, by the way. I think we have a story on
Yeah, we
adage.com.
do.
Okay.
Okay. Do you still have Peep flavor in your mouth, or
Mm-mm.
do you need a palate cleanser?
This tastes like nothing.
Oh,
Check
there
the label.
again.
Chuck
Play it
I bet
again.
there's no mystery flavor in there.
Yeah.
It smells different, and it's a different color than a regular Twizzler. The smell is reminiscent of a cherry Coke, or maybe I just really miss going to the movies and getting a cherry Coke.
Maybe it's actually a Twizzler candle and you're eating it. Are you sure there's not a wick at the end of it?
All right. Ingredients. Corn syrup. Don't taste it. Enriched wheat flour. Okay. Sugar, cornstarch. Contains less than 2% of all these other things. I don't taste anything. I don't know, Twizzlers.
So another April Fool's joke, probably. You're going to have to check back or look into that.
The mystery is, what is this supposed to taste like? Because right now it tastes like nothing.
Nothing. Oh, yeah. Not gluten-free, everybody. So anyway,
not
okay.
gluten-free.
Moving on to our...
If anyone has tasted the mystery Twizzlers, because you can get them, please let me know. I have another pack here I could happily send to somebody who wants to try it. But I'm telling you, they smell better than they taste. And I don't, you know, when you taste a Twizzler, it tastes like Twizzler. It's pretty obvious taste. It doesn't taste like a Twizzler. It tastes like
nothing, right?
Nothing.
Weird.
I'm not taking another bite. I'm gonna drink some coffee and let's keep going.
Okay. So we have another piece of food news that doesn't start, or a food campaign, but it doesn't start out like one. Let's take a look.
Kaya pala may liniment dito eh. Tita, mabila yung aerobics. Tita, dahan-dahan lang. Yung cutics nyo baka masira. Mamamalingki ka pa.
Tita shamer ka, ha?
Tita, nainom nyo na ba maintenance meds nyo? Tita, yung gayuman nyo, baka umatake.
Dati, abs lang niya ang pandesal. Ngayon, buong katawan na. Kaya stop tita shaming.
Kasi pwedeng fresh pa rin kahit 40 na. Julie's.
So that is the latest bizarre outing from Manila agency Gigil, which is behind those freaky RC Cola ads that we saw last year, which we called the weirdest ad we'd seen all year. But this ad is for a local bakery chain called Julie's, and it's meant to celebrate the company's 40th anniversary. And so the message here is stop tita shaming, or that's auntie, stop auntie shaming in Tagalog. And the point, I think they started from the insight that this company, Julie's, is 40 years old, middle age, I guess you could say. And it was a company that was founded by a woman in her 50s. And so they found a very bizarre way to communicate that. And as I was watching it, I was like, no, because I'm Filipino, and it looked familiar. Like it looked like she was making what's called pandesal. It's just the classic Filipino roll and pastry, and they're delicious, by the way. So yeah, it was just bizarre and a cool way to get maybe an unexpected category out there. What did you guys think of it?
When she's cutting up when she puts the roll and like his eyes are in it, and that got me, but it keeps you watching for sure. Did not expect it to be for a bakery chain.
I hope that brands are coming to this agency and being like pointing at RC Cola and being like, I want that. Give me that. All right, just go nuts.
It kind of seems like they are, right? At this point. I mean, they've done work now for Netflix and Megatuna. Remember the Megatuna ad from a couple of weeks ago?
We'll never forget the Megatuna ad.
Yeah. And we'll never forget the Julie's ad either. I do wonder how long they can go with the wacky humor. Like, again, it's kind of like the Ryan Reynolds thing. You're known for this one particular thing. What's the payoff for the actual brand? But it's
we're building to a Ryan Reynolds Geegill crossover. That's what's going to happen.
Oh, I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Awesome. But yeah, Geegill, keep it coming.
All right, before we move on to number one, let's take a look at, maybe a little slightly naughty. I don't know. What's our swearing policy? Spot from EOS. Bless your fucking cooch. Everybody is enlisting TikTok creators these days, but I learned a lot from this one. So let's take a look at the video. We will get a video in a second, but as you will see,
for my people with female parts out there, I'm about to tell you the secret for how to bless your fucking cooch. You need this shit. It is an absolute blessing, and you can dry shave with this. That's fucking saying something. I use the fat ass Venus Gillette razors. I obviously cannot show my cooch on camera, so pretend this is it, right? You're gonna take this. Hopefully in the shower. If you're not, fuck it, it still works. You're gonna put that all there. Then, listen to this fucking part. You're gonna go down first. Then you're gonna go sideways on half of it this way, sideways on half of it this way, and then you go up. I swear by it. What?
So that's a social media star named Carly Joy. And she went out there and told her fans and her viewers the best way to shave your cooch. And it so happened to involve EOS. Is it EOS or EOS? I've always called it EOS. So it involved using EOS and not the competitor brand, Summer's Eve. And that was a viral hit. People loved it. And so EOS went out and rewarded Carly Joy with her own new product line, and that was conceived out of mischief at no fixed address. And the product line actually is called Bless Your Fucking Cooch. And it shows that's the name of it. And on the back of each of the bottles is printed the instructions for doing it, and that all Carly Joy's words. And so it's kind of like an Ocean Spray Nathan Apodaca move, rewarding your fans who get you attention on social media. And I thought that was super cool. And so they created the limited edition product line. They gave it to her, and they're also giving it to a few lucky fans who interact with EOS on social media. But one thing I'm wondering is, like, why don't you just go out and put it on shelves? Like, I would love to see that sitting in Walmart or Walgreens. I know that can't happen, but
like if Walmart's not gonna put it on their shelves, then maybe like only available at Rite Aid. You know, like I think that's a selling point.
But couldn't you just go out and buy the regular version and from the store? I mean, there's other versions there that we're showing in the picture. Or are those all the same product? Because she was using a product that existed before. So
yeah.
I wonder what Gillette thinks of this. I haven't seen them weigh in, because she very clearly also gave a shout out to the Venus razor. I don't necessarily see, Gillette and Procter and Gamble doing something like this, but EOS has a little bit more of a swagger, if you will, that they could pull it off. And kudos to them for embracing the fandom, right?
Yeah. and that this is just a way to ride that wave. Apparently, EOS got a huge sales bump online with its online sales from the video. And right, these are existing products. They don't really have to rebrand them or anything, and it's just a way to capitalize on the current fame. But I still would like to see that on the shelf. It would make me turn my head. But anyway, so finally, given the vaccine rollout right now, we've seen a ton of vaccine ads. We saw one this week from Anheuser-Busch featuring Jimmy Durante. We saw one from the Ad Council with a track from Willie Nelson. And we saw one from Pfizer, also from Mischief a few weeks back. And a lot of them have embraced this idea of, flashing back to times when we could all hang out together. It seems so great. Like looking at these images of people drinking together or enjoying themselves at parties together. It feels so new, right? But we're seeing so much of it now. It's starting to feel like, okay, what's next? But Google actually came out with its own ad. Let's take a look at that.
Mesdames et messieurs, l'avion est maintenant prêt pour l'embarquement.
Great about that, I thought, was its simplicity. You guys probably know that I love the simple things. And you kind of, what it's talking about, but then you don't, right? Like it just, it's showing our lives as they're about to change now that we're gonna come out of lockdown, hopefully. All these words that were associated with the pandemic are disappearing from the search bar, which is like where a lot of us live our lives. A lot of our lives do play out within that search bar, right? But I think the biggest impact is when you see the vaccine message, and I just love that simple kind of storytelling, and the surprise at the end. You don't know it's a vaccine ad. You don't know that's coming, and that's what I loved about it. What did you guys think?
It was smart to take the usual format that they have for like you're in review, you're in search, and things like that, and just rewind it, right? Like start backspacing.
Yeah, and the audio was good too. I mean, it was subtle, but it helped with the storytelling when you hear the background a little bit, like things start to pop in. Because most of the time we don't hear anything except what's in our houses, right? What's in our homes. We've been so stuck inside. Unless it's a video that you're watching, you're not hearing real noise. And finally, like at least here this week, I had my windows open. I was hearing birds again. It's like, oh, right. Life exists.
Yeah.
And I know, Anne-Christine, you enjoyed the sweatpants line.
Yeah, I think like I was seeing other stories about this ad. Some people said it made them cry. It didn't really make me cry at all. Not as much as, say, Parisian Love Story, which originated this search bar idea, I think. But when the word sweat disappeared from pants, I truly felt sad because I don't want sweatpants to go away.
Same. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, anyways, if you guys want to check out all the work that we've seen, we have a QR code. Just snap that and it'll take you directly to all the work that we've talked about today. Ishan, you're going to say something? Oh, you're good.
I would like to know how many viewers out there Google Ad Age Top 5 Live every week in order to get to this video.
Yes, Ad Age Top 5 Live Quarantine. Backspace. Yeah.
Can they Google young creatives Ad Age something? Oh, there you go. adage.com/young
Yes, you will have to Google. Yeah, for all you young creatives out there, the deadline for our Young Creatives cover contest is around the corner. So it's actually Thursday of next week. So make sure to submit your ideas for what you guys think Ad Age's cover should look like 10 years from now. You can get all the details at adage.com/young creatives. And if you guys want to check out more of the best in brand creativity, make sure to log in at adage.com/creativity. Thank you all so much for joining us this week. We love to share this work with you. You're the best part of this experience. And thank you to our production dream team in the back, Max Sternlicht, Alfred Mascaroni, Anna Sakula, and Elise Lefring, who's on social. And we will see you next week. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.